The CEO is worth billions, but has been unable to find a wife. Meanwhile, his 88-year-old father keeps urging him to have a grandson. Reluctantly, he goes under a bridge and rents a homeless mother and son to pose as his wife and child. What the CEO doesn't know is that the little boy is actually his biological son. It turns out, 6 years ago, the CEO casually saved a rural girl who was fleeing from marriage. The two had an unexpected encounter. Because it was dark at night, neither of them saw each other's faces clearly, and the CEO didn't know that the girl had given birth to his son. But fate worked in mysterious ways, and the CEO, while searching for a fake son, ended up finding his real son. At the same time, when the old man heard that his son was bringing a grandson home, he was overjoyed, and immediately ordered the butler to prepare for the reception. But the second uncle told the old man not to get too excited, saying this grandson must be fake, because the CEO had never been in a relationship. How could he possibly have a child? The old man's smile instantly disappeared upon hearing this. Soon the CEO brought the mother and son back home. As the old man saw them, he was about to scold the CEO, but to his surprise, the little boy jumped into his arms and kept shouting "Grandpa." The old man immediately beamed with joy. The second aunt, taking the opportunity, asked, "Such a beautiful woman. Which wealthy family is she from?" Seeing the woman hesitantly unsure of how to respond, the clever little boy ran over, interrupting the second aunt in time, saving his mother from embarrassment. But the second uncle and second aunt were still not convinced. They wanted to expose them. The second aunt even secretly took a strand of the little boy's hair, planning to have a DNA test done. The couple schemed, waiting for the DNA result to come back, and planned to announce it at the old man's birthday banquet, in front of all their relatives and friends, to see how the CEO would handle it. Soon, it was time for the old man's birthday banquet, and the second uncle had already found out the real identities of the mother and son, so he planned to reveal the truth after the DNA report came out. However, they never expected that the little boy was actually the CEO's biological son, and the DNA test naturally confirmed it. The dean immediately ordered his subordinates to personally deliver the report to the old man, while the unaware mother and son were happily attending the banquet with the CEO. To make the old man happy, the little boy drew a picture for him, wishing the old man many grandchildren. This made the old man laugh heartily again, and he became even more fond of this grandson. This left the second uncle and second aunt fuming. After wishing the old man a happy birthday, the little boy came over to eat with his mother. But since it was their first time at a banquet, they didn't know the proper etiquette, so they casually held their bowls and sat in the corner eating. A group of guests began to mock them, which made the second uncle and second aunt very pleased. But the CEO's actions warmed everyone's heart. He walked over with a plate of food and sat down next to the woman to eat. The old man, seeing this scene, was deeply satisfied, so he imitated his son and went to sit next to the little boy. The mother and son were moved by this gesture, and the guests' attitudes changed. But the second uncle couldn't stand it anymore. He stood up and said that the little boy wasn't the CEO's son at all, and the woman wasn't from a wealthy family. She was just a rural woman. He added that they had already had a paternity test done, and the results would be out soon. Upon hearing this, the old man was furious. He slapped the CEO hard. The second uncle then began to angrily accuse the mother and son of being fraudsters.